Well, it is time for the CBSN Minnesota Daybreaker. I'm Jason DeRusha. Are you ready? Are you ready for the snow? Are we overhyping this? Are we getting a little carried away? I don't know. I think we're like taking the right attitude, right? It's fine. It's going to happen. Should be fun. Roads are going to be warm, so it shouldn't be too much of a train wreck on the roads. It is unusual to get real snow this early. It just is. Yes, it snows in October. Yes, I heard about that Halloween snowstorm. But the computer models showing, yeah, close to 5 inches in the Twin Cities. Now, take these numbers with a grain of salt, because Katie Steiner tells us that the roads and the sidewalks and the grass, the soil, it's still warm. So a lot of this that falls, that's kind of forecasted by looking at moisture content, is not going to stick. So you may not see 5 inches sticking out there, but you also might, and you might see 3 inches or 2 inches or whatever. So it is going to be a real deal, and we expect the snow to start falling in the Twin Cities around lunchtime. So look forward to it. Yeah, it is unusual to see this much snowfall this early in October. Normally we only get about a ½ inch. Similarly, we sometimes get those late snowstorms. Some people think it's too early. And we like to show you this file footage of snow in case you've forgotten what snow looks like. Ooh, look at the snow flying in front of the Taco Bell. What is worse? Early snow in October that cancels fall, or late snow in April that delays the beginning of spring? Which one bugs you more? And feel free to expand on that. Share your comments on the WCCO TV Facebook page, and we'll read through a couple in a minute. Eric is here, and he'll be monitoring your comments. Today, Minnesota moves one step closer to doubling the testing capacity for COVID-19. Get it ready, because you got to load up a little test tube with it. Yep, saliva testing. Who's ready to spit in a test tube? One of the new saliva testing sites opens in Brooklyn Park today. 6 more across the state later this month. Maybe you've been hesitating because you don't want a swab stuck all the way up to your brain. So instead, look at that. Oh, that's the worst. I'm sorry. Governor Tim Walz is going to visit. I'm kind of jealous of this new testing lab in Oakdale. I'm fascinated by this. You open up this testing lab and all those new jobs, and then all these kind of biomedical jobs. Pretty cool stuff. So lots coming on that today. Changes coming to law enforcement in Minneapolis as well. At least promises of changes, right? We don't know exactly what this is going to do on the streets. We don't even know what the Department of Justice is going to announce today. It is, we're told, a national policing initiative. But there's also an agreement with Minneapolis police, and that will be shared in a news conference at 10 this morning. So we'll keep you updated on WCCO, WCCO.com, and on CBSN Minnesota. 2020 presidential election is 2 weeks from today. 2 weeks. Early voting starts today in Wisconsin. I mean, the election day, has it ever been less important? Incredible how many people have cast early ballots already in the city of Minneapolis, more than 100,000 ballots. Minneapolis only has like 440,000 residents, so that 1 out of every 4, and a lot of those are kids. So how about this? Final debate between President Trump and Joe Biden is Thursday. Organizers of the event were tasked with kind of trying to control things. There's a perception anyway that the initial debate was too chaotic, too many interruptions. But they can't just change the rules without the candidates agreeing. So what they decided to do was mute the candidate not speaking during the 2-minute uninterrupted start of each topic. So their mics will be on the rest of the time. So here are the topics for the debate. They were announced last week. No real shocker here, right? Coronavirus, American families, race relations, national security, and climate change. This story just makes you feel great. 9.5 long, challenging months where Officer Eric Mattson was out of state rehabilitating. He is home this morning with his family. He's a Waseca police officer who was shot in the head last January while responding to a call. A lot of people thought he wasn't going to make it. He was critically ill. But now he's out of the rehab facility, home with his family. Still a long road to go, but this welcome home, the incredible support in downtown Waseca.
We are just so proud. We're so proud of him for what he has done. I mean, 9 months ago, we didn't know what this was all going to entail. We didn't know if he'd ever be back to doing what he could do, but...
While in a rehab facility on Nebraska, Officer Mattson learned how to walk again. Yesterday, in front of a crowd, we saw him walk into the Waseca Police Department headquarters. Here's some applause there. Big smile on his face. The officer said he's looking forward to some of the simple stuff that he couldn't do before, like going to the grocery store. Hundreds of Minnesota soldiers are returning home after 10 months in the Middle East. And if you need a cry, I think just these pictures, I don't know, oh man. They get me every time, they really do. No matter how many times I've been to these in person, just every time we share these with you, it gets me. Soldiers reuniting with their loved ones. A lot of them came home yesterday. More troops from the 34th Expeditionary Combat Aviation Brigade will return later this week, and we thank those soldiers. But I am so grateful for their families, right? These soldiers wouldn't be able to do what they do without the support at home, whether it's the husbands or wives or girlfriends or boyfriends or moms and dads, whoever's keeping the home front in order over those last 10 months. We thank you for sure. Sad news from actor Jeff Bridges. He's sharing he's been diagnosed with cancer. The actor tweeted he has lymphoma, a form of cancer that affects the tissues of the organs that produce, store, and carry white blood cells. It's a serious disease, but he says he's fortunate to have a great team of doctors. He says the prognosis is good. Bridges starting treatment. He says he's grateful for all the well wishes and the prayers from everybody around the world. NASA getting ready for a historic mission in space. This is kind of cool. It's going to try to land the OSIRIS-REx spacecraft on an asteroid today. And then it's going to like drill into the asteroid surface and grab out a sample. And so the hope is that, first of all, this will work. Second of all, they'll get this sample then back to Earth. It's going to take a while. Won't be back till 2023. Scientists hope the sample will teach us a little bit about the origins of our solar system. Wow, how about that? Minnesota State Fairgrounds is going to have a new Glow this holiday season. Just announced this morning the first ever Glow Holiday Festival. So this is run by an event promoter at the fairgrounds. And they did this in Nashville last year. It was pretty popular, but a local event promoter is bringing it to the Twin Cities. Here's kind of the map where you would drive through the fairgrounds, see millions of lights, dozens of attractions. We are told there will be some fair food favorites at the end of this. Let me show you some of the video of what this looked like last year. Pretty cool, right? I think this is a person walking through it. It would be funny if that were a car, like a car wash there. But pretty impressive. Festival starts November 19th, will last through January 3rd. It's not cheap, 46 bucks a car. But you know, you load up the family. I guess that's about what it would cost to go to the movies or to go to a museum with paid admission. Tickets go on sale Thursday at 10 in the morning. This is not run by the fairground, by the state fair. It's run by a separate promoter, but check it out at WCCO.com. Today's talker, which is worse? Or maybe which is better? Maybe we're asking this the wrong way. Are we being too negative?
Yes. I framed it as which would you rather have?
Which would you rather have? That is better. Chris, our producer Chris is always negative. One of the most negative people you'll ever meet.
Just a miserable.
Just an absolutely miserable human being. What he meant is which would you prefer? And Eric is here.
Well, Joseph says early snow is worse. You know that there's a lot more where that came from. At least with snow in April, you know it won't last long and it's almost done for the year.
That's fair. That's a very thoughtful response. It's very true.
Exactly. Stephanie says it's my birthday today and Mother Nature decided to bring me snow as a present. I wish we had more fall.
Stephanie, happy birthday. I love fall, and I do feel a little cheated this year. With the cold temperatures, I guess, who cares, though? When it's this crappy,
Yeah,
it's way too cold.
It's been very cold.
So, like, may as well have some snow.
Amanda says snow is worse in October. Our fall feels like it's being cut short. At least in April, you know it's going away soon. That's kind of the general theme.
Yeah.
I like fall better than spring, too, so I don't mind if there's snow in spring.
I think people, I think that's true. There's something funny about, like, a big April snowstorm. Because, yeah, it's going to be gone in a week or whatever.
Just one, though. If we have 2 or 3 big snowstorms in April, that's pretty...
It is soul-crushing.
That's the worst.
Yeah. The worst thing about this snow is that, yes, a ton of it isn't going to stick because the ground is pretty warm, but it's going to be in the 30s all week. So anything that does stick, I feel like it's probably going to be around for a bit.
Yeah.
And all your leaves are going to get kind of smashed into the ground, and now think of your lawns.
You had your chance to rake them.
Well, you had your chance to rake them. Says the guy who lives in a condo.
Oh, well.
I mean, we mulched ours, we mowed over it, but then, you know, you get.
That's what I used to do as a kid. I would mow over them.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it. The lazy man's way. That's how we do it. I don't even do it. My son does now. That's why we had kids.
You're so lazy that you send your son to be lazy about it.
That's peak lazy. That's. I hope we've inspired you this morning. Do you think?
Snow.
CBSN Minnesota Daybreaker, we are your home for morning inspiration. I believe in you. If you want to be lazier than anybody else you've ever met. Peak lazy. We'll see you tomorrow.